Howdy. Let's get into it. I got a lot to get through. It's a little disjointed, but I'll try to make it as clear as I possibly can. 1, I'm leaving here tomorrow morning, so waving goodbye to Ehrenberg, Arizona, and heading for Santa Barbara. 2, I'm coming off the road for about a month, so video production will drop to once per week, like when I was in Texas. 3, because some of you have asked, how much SHIB have you mined? This is how much I've mined in the last while since the machine has been online. Not bad for what is essentially 11 days, which is basically totals out to be about 2,600 per day. It's about 200 off, but from my projections, but you know what? It's free money at this point, so I don't really care. That's all the business. Let's get into the real reason why this video exists. What have I learned in the last year? Well, first, before I go any further, I want to do a monster shout out to Chris, Bob, Ted, Bill, Gail, Anna, Rachel, Paul, Beverly, and a host of other people that have essentially pulled my ass out of a fire several times. So thank you to my Patreon supporters and those supporters that basically just didn't sign up for Patreon. So here's what I've learned in the last year. This is going to sound really bad. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. 1 is that a very small number of people want to watch my videos on a daily basis. I'm sure that everybody has a take on, why my videos aren't taking off. But the simple fact of the matter is that nobody's watching them. Not nobody, but a very small audience is watching them. Very small. And that small audience is watching them is not that vocal. I need comments, I need likes, I need subs, and I need a ton of shares, and that's just not happening. Next, I'm constantly worried about money. I don't want to hear the argument about go get a job. That's a whole different video for a whole different day. Let's just not get into it. But as a direct result of, basically living off of Patreon, I'm constantly worried about money. Whether or not I have enough money to do this, enough money to do that, enough money. And I've basically been stuck here in Ehrenberg. I'm pointing over at my van because I ran out of money 10 days ago. I had exactly $34 to last me until the end of the month. Next on my list of what else I've learned is that, in case it's not clear, I'm not young, pretty, blonde, and I'm not female. This is what you're working with. And as a direct result of that, I'm not getting the subs, likes, and shares that I need. Now, I can raise an argument the size of Montana about racism and sexism and ageism, but the simple fact is that it's not going to change anything. Next on the list of what I've learned is that the van scares the living crap out of me. I'm constantly living in fear of every sound of what's going to go wrong. I don't like that fear. It's scaring the living shit out of me. I want a new van so that I don't have that fear anymore. I know that if I had a different van where it's not going to die on me every 20 seconds, or that I don't have that fear, then my enjoyment level would go right through the roof. I'd have a lot more enjoyment about what I'm doing, which leads me to my next little thing that I've learned. I've learned that I'm not enjoying this. And the reason I'm not enjoying this is because of the lack of money and the basic fear of what's going to go wrong with the van next. And knowing that I don't have enough money to fix it. And I know that I can't go back to my Patreon group and say, can you donate in case of that dog's not going to hunt. This is not sustainable. Next on the here's what else I've learned is that the kindness of strangers is amazing. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's a piece of advice, and sometimes, very rarely, it's, do you need $10? Let me put $10 of gas in your tank. I've had that happen more times than I can shake a stick at. Here's what else I've learned. This is an amazing country that I live in, and I've never seen most of it. I've lived in a very tiny little enclave in the Northeast most of my life, and most of this country is massive. It's huge. Massive and huge are the same things. It's huge, and it's filled with wonders, visual wonders, and I've really enjoyed seeing them. I've really enjoyed seeing some of those wonders, and I've taken you kids along for the ride, and it's been fabulous. Places I would not have ordinarily visited. So here's what else I've learned. I've learned that I need to change tack, that I need to do something else with my life, and the sooner the better. I've also learned my projects are interesting to me and to a very small number of people. So for those small number of people, thank you very much. So where does this leave me? Well, in 2022, I was about to start a new job on January 4th. That fell through this morning. And I was going to come off the road for about a month anyways to do that job and to take care of my legal issues that need to get taken care of. But now I'm just coming off the road to take care of my legal issues that need to get taken care of. But I would have made enough money to buy a new van. As a video editor, by the way. But I got an email this morning from the client, which basically said to me, yeah, I can't do the project. They pulled their upstream client pulled the project this morning, yesterday afternoon. I was like, fuck, I needed that. I really needed that. Not gonna happen. In the meantime, I'm gonna finish the Amelia story that I'm on. I will shoot it, post it, and if somebody watches it, great. If somebody doesn't watch it, great. I don't care anymore. All right, here's where I'm gonna leave you. First and foremost, thank you for watching. Secondly, I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to keep doing. Thirdly, I'm going to take you along for the ride if you want to come along for the ride or keep coming along for the ride. And last but not least, I'm going to try not to worry so much about money and the van. My first goals at this point in 2022 is to get out of the van that I'm in, make a pile of money, and make a whole lot more videos. That's it. Those are my goals for 2022. If I reach the end of 2022 and I've met those goals, said pile of money and a new van and completing the Amelia project, then I've done what I set out to do. And from there, the sky's the limit. I think that's a good place to stop. Yeah, I think so. Thanks a bunch for watching. I appreciate your time, your patience, and your patronage. From my Patreon supporters and everybody that's liked my videos and subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. I hope you have an amazing new year and that 2020 is better than 2021 and 2020. That was a clusterfuck, wasn't it? Alrighty, kitties. It's getting dark out here. I know the camera doesn't show that, but trust me, it's getting dark out here. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you somewhere along the road. Bye.